Hi guys, Ivan and Susan here again from Bloggers on the Loose. Today we're going to do a video on suburbs where crime has risen by more than 50% in 2024. Now we've done a video recently on top crime suburbs in Perth, and ironically none of these suburbs appear in that video. So it's suburbs that I wouldn't even have picked, to be honest, but something might have, there might have only been 1 or 2 crimes in these suburbs, and you got 4 or 5 crimes now, so it's risen by 100%. So that's the type of thing we're talking about over here. So, and you can see where we're filming in front of the police station here in Fremantle. So we'll talk about these suburbs over here in Perth, where crime has risen by more than 50%. While all of Western Australia has seen a small rise in crime over the last year, some areas have experienced a much bigger jump. 8 suburbs have seen an increase of over 50%, with 6 of these seeing an increase of over 80%, so quite a bit. These spikes are largely as a result of domestic violence related crimes. So there you go guys, and we'll chuck in a few suburbs in here also that have had crimes, but they're not in our top 8 suburbs that we're going to talk about, but we will throw in a few because these suburbs have got high shopping precincts in them, and that's also a crime hotspot where there's a lot of shops. Okay guys, so we'll start at number 7 and work our way to number 1. And the Perth suburbs, we saw the biggest increases in crime in 2024. And there's some strange suburbs in here. Some new suburbs and some old suburbs, but these are quite out of the way sort of suburbs. But we'll go through them here. Number 7 is Eglinton. And it saw an increase in crime over there of 53%. Home to nearly 4,000 people. Eglinton, which sits about 44 kilometres north of the Perth CBD, has experienced a rise in crime in the last year due to family assault charges and breaches of violent restraining orders. So some serious stuff happening over there in Eglinton. The next suburb is Piara Waters. That saw an increase of crime over there of 54%. In Piara Waters, family assaults doubled and breaches of violence restraining orders increased by more than 100 incidents in the last year. So at number 5, we've got 2 coming equal. We've got Parkerville and Hilbert, and both had crime increases of 81%. Number 4, we've got Oakford, 87% increase in crime over there. Just going down the list here, we've got Harrisdale at number 3, an 88% increase in crime. Wow. But like I said guys, it could have only had 2 or 3 crimes in these suburbs, and then they've doubled, and then it's 100%. It's a similar story in Harrisdale in Perth South East, where breaches of violence restraining orders went from 21 in 2023 up to 422 last year. So that's a massive increase. Absolutely massive. Okay, number 2 is a suburb called Glen Forest. That had an increase in crime of 122%. And number 1, the top one, is a suburb you hardly hear about. There must be a lot of stuff happening there behind closed doors, shall we say. There's a suburb called Stoneville. I'm quite surprised by that. That had an increase of crime of 170%. Wow. So across the state, family assaults, threatening behaviour and breaches of violence restraining orders are at a 10-year high. In contrast, burglaries across WA have almost halved since 2025. And crimes such as car theft and even fraud have reduced. Well, that's good. And those crimes have all reduced. But one suburb that has seen a sharp rise in crime is Cockburn Central. Well, we have done a video of Cockburn Central recently, guys, and I did say it looks a bit iffy and grotty out there. So there you go. Check out our video of Cockburn Central. It's largely an industrial hub south of the city. There's a lot of houses out there, also and apartments and that. Crime in Cockburn Central has risen by 48% in the last year, mostly thanks to a sharp increase in property damage and stealing charges, which locals attributed to the town's large shopping precinct. Well, this is where we're getting down to the shopping precinct. So Cockburn Central is in one of those, or it's one of those suburbs where there's a massive shopping centre over there, and a lot of these type of crimes are happening in those suburbs. So Cockburn Central isn't the only town with or it should really be suburb with a large shopping centre that has experienced an increase in trouble. So all these ones that I'm reading out now, their crime issues have been caused by all the shops in the area. So people obviously stealing things and threatening staff in shops and all that type of thing. So the next suburb is, or the next suburbs are Midland, Morley. They've all got big shopping areas out there. Cannington, which has got the biggest shopping centre in the state, which is the Carousel Shopping Centre. We've got Allenbrook, which has got not a massive shopping centre, but they've got a massive load of shops out there in Allenbrook. And Belmont, which has got the Belmont Forum, but Belmont Forum is actually in Cloverdale, have all experienced a rise in crime in the last year. All areas that are home to shopping precincts. While Karrinyup, home to WA's largest shopping centre, well, that'll be the second largest shopping centre, because Carousel is the largest and then Karrinyup's the second largest. Now Karrinyup's quite an affluent area, and they've seen a rise in crime over there of 17% in the last year alone. There have been some threatening incidences out there at the Karrinyup shopping centre. Some crazy ran through the place with a machete. I forgot if he injured anyone. I think he did actually injure a few people with his machete. It goes on to say, it is interesting to note that none of the 8 suburbs that have experienced a huge increase in crime are listed in the top 10 suburbs that are worst for crime. There you go, guys. Interesting statistics here on Perth suburbs, where crime rose more than 50% in 2024. What do you guys think of this? Quite an interesting video as we stroll through Fremantle over here. Quite a pleasant day in Fremantle. This here's the Fisherman's Wharf area over here, and it's got a lot of restaurants and stuff over here, mainly seafood. Well, we might just wrap it up here, guys. Wrap it up over here somewhere. I'll stand on the railway track and hopefully a train won't come along and run me over. There's a couple of beds over here also on this railway track. I don't lie down on them. Okay guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video on these crime hotspots in Perth. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next one.